The Senate is taking a closer look at the highly debated PAC Silica initiative, a project seen as a major opportunity for investment and technology, but also facing questions over its impact on the environment and local communities. Mobile journalist Merimon Reyes joins us live from the Senate. Merimon, what are the key concerns being raised in today's hearing?
Denise, in the hearing earlier of the Senate Committee on Environment, senators, including Senator Raffy Tulfo, Chairman of the committee, Senator Bam Aquino, Senate President Sherwin Gatchalian, Kiko Pangilinan, and Senator Amy Marcos, they were actually raising concerns commonly about the natural resources when it comes to the consumption of water, of electricity, and their concerns as well with the land to be used, kung magkakaroon daw ba ng displacement of indigenous people, yung mga magsasaka raw ba, yung mga may claim na or may ancestral claims doon sa part ng Tarlac na pagtatayuan sana nitong PAC Silica Initiative or Partnership Project. Lalo ang concern din nila is by November magkakaroon na raw ng agreement tungkol, kumbaga may final agreement na tungkol dito sa PAC Silica Initiative. Senator Tulfo called for a comprehensive multidisciplinary study covering environmental and social media impacts, social impacts rather, including local ecosystems, yung water, energy consumption, and waste management. Senator Bam Aquino, he is calling for full transparency dahil daw ang nangyayari parang nauna yung pronouncements o kaya nakuha na yung atensyon ng mga tao pero wala pang detalyadong impormasyon na nalalaman ang publiko. Kaya gusto nilang maging malinaw raw, especially when it comes to misconceptions about the PAC Silica effort. Ang isang concern din ni Senator Amy Marcos naman is yung kung ito raw ba ay alinsunod sa batas ng bansa. Kasi ang concern din itong mga senador, sovereignty. Baka naman daw magkaroon ng pagkukontrol dito sa ibang mga bansang kapartner kung sakali man na magpapatuloy sa Pilipinas ang PAC Silica. However, the DTI and the BCDA o yung base conversion and Development Authority, they also stressed na yung PAC Silica is primarily about advanced manufacturing and not the building of AI data centers. Denise.
Merimon, Senate President Win Gatchalian also had something to say. He actually called this a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but he attached several conditions to his support. Ano-ano nga ba yung gusto niyang makita?
Denise, para raw kasi yung business na lahat may risk, kaya dapat aware kung ano yung dapat na mga kondisyon na i-meet, especially kung makakaroon ng investment, dahil hindi lang naman daw investors sa labas ang kailangang isipin, kundi ano rin yung isusugal ng Pilipinas tungkol dyan. Si CSP Gatchalian, he is actually supporting the idea of a steadfast economic growth, yung progress na magiging industrial economy, yung kumbaga may idadagdag pa sa ekonomiya itong PAC Silica project. Pero ito ang ilan sa mga sinasabi niyang kondisyon. Dapat daw mag-fully comply ito sa Philippine Constitution and the local laws, particularly on sovereignty. Kailangan magkaroon daw ng pag-a-address at mailatag ng maayos paano i-address yung water consumption, how will there be an efficient power supply, sufficient power supply para sa PAC Silica, pati itong general population, and dapat may prevention ng unfair displacement of indigenous people and farmers, and there should be provision of meaningful technology transfer so Filipinos gain knowledge and skills from the industries entering the country. Ang sinasabi naman ng mga stakeholder kanina na present sa pagdinig, there are already safeguards being built dito sa development. And ang sinasabi, itong investors will be responsible para dito sa pagpapatayo din nga ng kinakailangang facilities that include yung pag-aaral saan pwedeng kumuha ng tubig, ng kuryente, sila mismo yung magpapatayo ng sarili lang power generating utilities at hindi daw sila hahati sa general population. Denise.
All right. Thank you for those updates. Again, that was mobile journalist Merimon Reyes.